Hello everyone, my name is Cuéllar Ledezma and this is my oral defense of the research project for the course Research Pedagogical Practice. To start with, I will show the poster that I made, and because the title of my presentation or my project is Reducing Oral Anxiety in EFL Learners Through Technology Meditated Speaking Tasks. And uh, my name, as I already said, Cuéllar Ledezma. I developed my practice, my pedagogical practice, in the Institución Educativa Alfredo Vázquez Cobo. And during this experience, I worked with the students in English as a foreign language context, and I was able to observe the participants, their attitudes, the learning process in the classroom. The students were active, participative, and showed a great positive attitude toward learning English. However, many of the students were shy and experienced fear and insecurity when speaking in English, especially during oral activities. At the same time, they demonstrated a strong technology skills and felt comfortable using digital tools in the classroom. Furthermore, the title of my research project, in a summary, um, was Speaking Anxiety in Educational Context, or Reducing Oral Anxiety in EFL Learnings Through Technology Meditated Speaking Tasks. And the general objective of this research was to analyze how collaborative, scaffolded, and technology meditated tasks, the speaking tasks, help in these strategies, because these strategies are grounded in socio-constructive principles and help reduce anxiety and strengthen oral communication skills, communication, and intercultural competence among EFL learners. And to achieve this objective, I first aimed to identify the main factors contributing to students' speaking anxiety. Then I implemented the collaborative and technology mediated speaking activities to improve the students' confidence and oral communication skills. And finally, I evaluated the impact of these pedagogical strategies on the students' participation, motivation, and the levels of foreign language anxiety in the English classroom. The literature review was fundamental for the development of this research because it proved the theoretical foundation needs to understand the student's speaking anxiety in educational environments. Studies, for example, of Horowitz and Cope helped me to explain the concept of the foreign language anxiety and its impact on students' oral participation and confidence, while Mike Einch emphasize the relationship between anxiety, motivation, and willingness to communicate. In addition, they review the Mobile Assisted Language Learning (MAL) by Goodwin Jones, supporting the implementation of technology meditating speaking tasks as a strategy to reduce anxiety and encourage interaction. Furthermore, Vygotsky socioconstructive theory offer an appropriate framework for the study because it highlights the importance of social interaction, collaboration, and scaffolding in language learning. Overall, the literature review guided the research objectives, methodology, and educational strategies used throughout the investigation. It was like a great grounded for me to do the investigation because it gives me the theoretical information I need to develop the practice, or what I need. During the development of my research, I designed and implemented lesson plans focused on reducing students' fears of speaking English and increasing their confidence during oral participation. To support this process, I created online presentations and technology meditated activities that encourage students to interact English in a more dynamic and less stressful ways. The activities included watching videos, identifying important information, and completing sentences related to the lesson topics in order to strengthen their speaking skills. In my classes, I also implemented interactive warm-up speaking activities where students answer a simple question about their daily routines, or these activities help me to create a supportive environment where students feel more comfortable participating orally. And during the presentation stage, I use Canva presentation, images, and visual resources to introduce vocabulary and grammar structures, while modeling example sentences and asking comprehension questions to encourage interaction. And during the practice stage, the students participated in guided listening and speaking activities in which they answered questions and created short sentences using the target vocabulary and structures. Later in the production stage, the students described their daily routine through oral and written responses in the case of this class. This promoted speaking fluency and confidence. Finally, I included reflection and evaluation activities where students discuss what they learned and receive. Throughout the process, I collected evidence such as file notes, classroom observations, and students' oral participation to support the development of my research. These are the pictures of my practice, and this is the evidence. I have observation logs, lesson plans, and file notes. Thank you very much for your attention. Bye bye.